providing a dedicated and reliable service aimed at keeping you informed and up to date. This is Philippines Prime.
60 minutes overtime.
The Chinese boat hit us about 20 minutes ago now. The crew tells me they were following us for over an hour, maybe two, while we were all sleeping. This week on 60 Minutes, we are reporting from the South China Sea. We expected on this assignment to see these tensions between the Philippines and China. We did not expect to end up ourselves in the middle of an international incident.
Mga kapuso, yan po. Cellphone. Binangga po tayo ng China Coast Guard. Yan po ang 21551. Yan po ang bumangga sa PRP pagkakay. Yung linis lamang ng madaling araw. Kanina lamang, ang sabi nga natin, yung kanilang pang-water cannon. Sa mga ahensya na pamahalaan yung mga nangyayari sa alam ko po maraming suporta sa inyo. You know? Sir. Babangga na naman yata. Ang lapit na naman nila. Wala sir, padam. Yes sir. Palabo. Grabe mga kanon to. Dami. Lahat na sila eh. Lahat ng CCG naka-water cannon na. Lahat po ng CCG. Sino? Water cannon. Nagkaroon silang yan dyan sa bumba.
We boarded the Philippine Coast Guard ship, the Cape Engaño, on what was supposed to be a routine resupply mission. It was our first night at sea. We had just gone to bed. And then at 4 in the morning, our team was woken up by a loud bang. And then this very loud alarm went off. I go into the hall, and my producers, Andy Court and Jackie Williams, are there.
I said, we've just been hit by a Chinese ship. Everything's going to be okay.
I think one of the first things I'm always thinking is, are we rolling? Are we actually rolling on this? In the initial stages, they wanted us to stay for safety inside the cabin, and of course, what we need to do is film what's happening on board.
I'm thinking, are we taking on water? Are we going to sink out here in the...
Perhaps the Chinese are not aware that we're not particularly inclined to go along on stunts, but, I mean, they accused the Philippines of ramming them, and the idea that the Filipinos at 4 in the morning could think of nothing better to do than to ram a much larger Coast Guard vessel, a vessel nearly twice their size, seems a little implausible to me. And in fact, some of the video that was shown in that propaganda video was of another collision involving a different Coast Guard boat, not the one we were on, although the video made it seem like we were on that boat.
You guys have, your phones are working?
I want to be clear, the Philippines have been allowing journalists and reporters onto their ship to sort of film what is happening out in the South China Sea. And so they have been turning the camera on China.
Our job is to document. I don't consider us part of the international incident. We witnessed an international incident. Our job was to not get involved, but to witness and show the world what the Filipinos experienced out there. The intimidation is very real when you see it up close. What you also see, and it takes going out there to see this for yourself, is just how volatile the situation is. You see just how in a moment things could turn out there and what's at stake. You could end up with a war, a conflict that no one is talking about because of potential U.S. intervention, that they could have to get involved in this.
Aggressive tactics. Gilberto Teodoro, the Secretary of National Defense for the Philippines, recently denounced China for its aggressive actions in the South China Sea, calling it a schoolyard bully, and said that the Philippines could not allow such behavior to go unchecked, as reported by Hollywood Life.com. A Philippine ship was rammed by Chinese forces while 60 Minutes on CBS was recording. Teodoro remarked, "I really don't know the end state. All I know is that we cannot let them get away with what they're doing." Schoolyard bully. The proverbial schoolyard bully is the best example of what China is, Teodoro said. It just muscles you over. China asserting sovereignty despite a 2016 international tribunal decision that backed the Philippines. China has been demanding sovereignty over almost the entire South China Sea as a result of the ongoing disputes. Retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Ray Powell stated, "China has decided that at this point in their history, they are large enough so that they can block the law." The situation escalated when Chinese forces attacked the Philippine Navy while it was trying to resupply troops on a grounded cruiser. The situation became more heated. "This is our place. This is our place. This is our exclusive economic zone," CPT. Daniel Labbe said. "This is the Philippines." Conflict remains uncertain, although it is unclear if the United States will be involved in any future conflicts. The Mutual Defense Pact requires American assistance in the event that the Philippines is attacked. Military aid to the Philippines. China has taken issue with recent U.S. military aid increases to the Philippines and joint drills, arguing that they enhance the likelihood of conflict. Teodoro remarked, "That's what they always say. Everything the world does that they don't like is the fault of the world."